Hey, but for real though, talk to us about your recruiting. You were committed to Ohio State first.
Yeah.
Then you decommit, and then go to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Were you living in Georgia?
I was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're getting acclimated to be a Georgia Bulldog, best team in the country, and then you flip last minute to Nebraska. Take us through the recruiting process of Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State, that happened fast. I wasn't really ready to commit, and then I went there a couple times and kind of was like, this is where I want to be, and then things changed, and Georgia's my first offer, so I always loved Georgia, loved Coach Smart, and then moved to Georgia. I wouldn't regret it. I loved it just for the state it was, and then I don't know, after the season was over, I'm like, Dad, like I want to do something different. I don't like Georgia's the best team. Yeah, I respect Coach Smart and everything he does, but like Nebraska's the only place that you can bring back and it can mean something more than we just won a game or won a championship. I think if we do that here, it'll make a lot of people happy and it'll be special.
Legacy,
yeah.
Did you not like Georgia, like the city of Georgia where you was at? Like what? Like something had to make you not want to go to Georgia. Like what was it? The city? Did you not feel like you fitted in Georgia? Like what was it?
I want to do something different. I mean, I think it's normal for the 5-star guys to go to the Alabamas, the Georgias, and Clemson, which they can do all that, right? But I think having the legacy my dad left here, names in the stadium, so much history of this place, I was like, Lincoln, Nebraska is a special place, and they just need to have winners in the program and go make it happen.
What if we're thinking about the beginning, because obviously being a big time recruit like you are, you get fascinated with like the Georgias and the Bamas, like you were saying. What was it through the transition or in the beginning that maybe you weren't wanting to go to Nebraska, or whether you're just playing hard to get, but what was it that was kind of cultivating, other than you were just kind of waking up and be like, I want to do something different? Like what was kind of happening or didn't happen in the beginning, and what happened at the end to kind of get you to come back to Nebraska?
Yeah, I know Coach Rule always preached to me what he wanted to do for this program. But for me, I needed to see it. And even though they went 5-7, I think there's a lot of things that happened that they could have been 11-1 and just lose to Michigan. So I took that as a positive, and I actually was here for the Michigan game, and I felt a different vibe than I came before. So I felt like, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about NIL deals. Like was that like a big part in your recruiting class too? Like was a lot of people pursuing you with the NIL deals? Like just tell us what that looked like.
Yeah, that's different time of recruiting in the NIL space. People do it different ways, come at you different ways, but for me, I didn't handle that stuff. My parents handled it. My marketing team handled it. So I'm grateful for that. No, I didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, you guys handle that. I'll play football. And that's kind of how I like it done.
And that's great too. Like how beneficial is it to have, like, your uncle, he's obviously here and has success in the coaching world. Your dad had an unbelievable career and has had a lot of success in this business. How much of a head start do you feel like you have kind of having those influences to help you out? Because a lot of kids too, they don't necessarily have all these pieces around them or understanding. How helpful and how influential has your family been?
It's been tremendous. I mean, my dad's been through it all, seen it all. My mom was with him the whole time, so she's seen it on the back end. And I think it's been great just to help me stay focused on football. And really all I know when I'm getting paid is when it hits my account. So it's like,
a couple times a month.
Just keep working.
Nice.
So my parents been great for me, and kind of teaching me how to spend, save, all those different kind of things.
Yeah.
Man, now I want to talk about awards. So you got the Polynesian Football Award for 2023, man. Tell us about that. Like, how did that feel, especially being from the Pacific Island, giving back? Got so many people out there watching you, want to be in your footsteps and do what you do. What does that mean to you?
It was special. Leaving Hawaii, I call that home because that's where I grew up. But it was special, and I went out there 2 years before to kind of help promote the game for my year, and I set out to go win that award, and I think to win it, was special. But, you know, when I left home, I never played football. And I only started playing football in freshman year, at least quarterback. And so to go back home, play in front of my family and friends, it was weird because when I was at home, I played baseball. Never see me in shoulder pads and a helmet. And to come back. That's actually where my mom went to high school. So,
oh, for real?
Yeah, it was like weird. I'm like, this is where my mom went to high school.
Yeah.
You got to go back and do it there where your mom was at high school. Dang.
Yeah, do it there.
You talk about Hawaii. You're in a place like Nebraska. Talk about the change. Talk about how you've been getting acclimated. Because you were a mid-year cat too, so you've been in. So you've already you understand the weather here. Talk about getting acclimated to Nebraska.
It's actually funny. The negative when it was super cold, I was in Hawaii that week. So all my boys back here, like my roommates from Miami, a couple guys from Miami, they're freezing over here. I'm like, I'm in paradise.
Yeah.
And I just get used to like not having the greenery. You know, there's a lot of just trees and nothing on the trees.
Some gray, some
gray. Yeah. You like wake up like it's nighttime already. So you gotta just get used to.
How's it been getting acclimated in the college realm, in the college world?
It's fun. School's a lot. Study hall every day for an hour turns into 2 hours. You gotta get your work done.
Is it mandatory?
Mandatory for freshmen, yeah. So you gotta put your time in and you can get out of there. That's what I'm trying to do.
You gotta have a certain GPA to get out of it to test.
3.0.
3.0, yeah. So I think that's the same. Yeah.
Once you hit that 3.0, all right,
I'm gone.
Dennis, I'm out of here.
But
bro.
most people come. I'll be like, bro, don't get back in study hall program. Like, don't come back. Like, why you get out to come back?
Right. Like, bro, take care of your classes.
Take care of your classes.
Come on, man.
So how's the quarterback room? You know, you coming in, you hot shit. Everybody talking about you. Hey, you know, you got starters in there. What it look like in there?
It's fun. I think the first like couple times we're like trying to learn the plays is like, man, I'm not used to not knowing the plays, but coming in a new system and I'm like, I got to catch up and learn. So it kind of forced me to speed up, grow up faster. But it's been fun just competing and you know, just trying to enjoy the room. I mean, there's a lot that can happen, but I think the competition is the only way to settle it.
Yeah,
indeed.
How do you feel like you handle? Because obviously you come in with all the expectation. Everybody's aware of the expectation of Dylan, especially coming to Nebraska. You know how this fan base is. Right. Basically, you coming in it aligns a lot with what Jesus did in the New Testament.
Yeah.
How do you deal? How do you feel like you deal or handle, I guess, the pressure with it? Does it feel natural to you? Does it feel easy? Does it feel like a distraction at times? Like, what are you doing and what are you leaning on to kind of deal with all of that?
I think to just hear the expectations and kind of, you can feel it, you know, you walk out and you go hang out with the guys and around downtown, you can just feel people are waiting to win. And I think that's motivation for me. You know, I don't want to let these people down. Coming in with all the expectations, I just want to deliver. And I think that's just a message I have to me and my guys, you know, one-on-one with them is we have a lot of talent in the room. We have a lot of skill and we can go make it happen. We got to stay focused. You know, we go out, start 2-3-0. People are going to tell us how good we are. We just got to stay focused and keep going.